Hey guys, it's Max. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the daily ULTY-Verse. I'm trying to think of the name for my name for my ULTY show. So ULTY-Verse, I don't know. But I actually made some slides today. I'm trying to keep more on point. Daily ULTY trades and positions. All right, welcome back to Daily ULTY-Verse. I'm Max. I'll talk about option-based ETFs and the option strategies that power them. So we're learning how to allocate and strategize with option-based ETFs. Then we're also going to apply some of these trades to our own trading. We're also learning how to tactically manage our retirement. Have some fun along the way, right? Even though we don't believe in free money, there is opportunities to pick up some cheap money if you know what you're doing. So we're going to kind of copy some trades off some of the pros. Nowadays, everything's open source. Every time any of these funds make a trade, well, first of all, they have to get it approved on their prospectus, what kind of generally what they're going to do, then their daily trades are published. So we can kind of reverse engineer it into our own trading. That's kind of what I'm doing. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all for being here. I have a lot of new subscribers lately. All right, so here's my little chart I have, and it's hard to see because ULTY's pretty much unchanged right now, but the average is also pretty much unchanged. I was just trying to see how the average stock and the ULTY-Verse is doing versus how ULTY's doing. Now, this isn't live. This is a picture from just a while ago. Let's go look at the live of this. ULTY-Verse. Okay, so actually it's doing a little better now. ULTY, the fund, is up 35 bips, whereas the average of all the stocks represented in the fund. Now, not all of these stocks are in the fund. Jay sometimes has shares with his trades. He'll have we'll look at some trades. He'll have like a covered call spread. So he'll have stock, plus he'll have a short call and a long call. And sometimes he'll have a caller. So he'll have stock plus a short call and a long put. Well, some trades lately, he's got smart, in my opinion, and he's just dropped the stock. You don't need the stock lots of times, or it depends on what you're trying to achieve. But like I've been trying to show you guys, you don't need the stock lots of times. So he's dropping the stock in lots of them. Right now, the one that has no stock is Apple. Okay, but it's still a bullish position. All these trades are generally bullish. So we're still rooting for Apple to go up. Through that position, it's a risk reversal, but through that position, he's essentially long Apple. Anyway, Apple's down 21 bips today, so that goes into the average. But the average of all these is up 29 bips, and we're outperforming by a little bit. But I think today it's just chopping in front of the election. It looks like DJT's is bouncing right now at this point in time. And it looks like we have a new entrant today. We have Hood. And Hood's one of the option strategies and positions we're going to drill down on. So I appreciate you guys for being here. So let's go back to the slideshow. All right. Yeah, 3 trades today, DJT, Hood, and Apple. So DJT is a synthetic risk reversal with options plus stock. What we need DJT to not drop too much. It can't go under 20. If DJT goes up, this trade will kill it. This is a typical loaded dice spread. The profit loss graph is a typical loaded dice spread. Jay has used the laws of probability and the crazy high IV of DJT in front of the selection, and he's made a trade that earns an income and he has money for the distribution, and has a great chance of getting some upside. I'll show you. Now, I suggested an alternative way to do it, but then I compared it to Jay's, and his way is better on a risk-adjusted basis. My way had a couple of good ideas in it too, but his way is if you're into making money, his way makes more money. And so that's what we're into. So if you want, maybe I'll show you my trade too. Option. I even sent it to Jay this morning and told him I had a better trade than his. I'm such an idiot. Jay's so nice to put up with retail guys like me and other ones, trying to tell him how to trade. All right, so let's look at our side trades. Also, I'm an affiliate of OptionStrat now, and I can't tell you how much I love this program. You see me use it all the time, and we're going to be using a lot more, so go get it. They have a free level and they have a paid level, but just go get it. I have a link in my description or whatever. It's OptionStrat/max convexity. Then I get credit for it. Okay, even if you get it like a year from now or whatever, I think it puts a cookie in and I get credit for it. So just click on it. All right. So let's see what we have going on. Now, the one we want to talk about first is this DJT. So here's the one. I'm calling it a bearish loaded dice. And by loaded dice, maybe not so much the option formation, because a loaded dice spread typically has 4 legs. Well, Jay's using 3 legs plus stock, and he's essentially doing the same thing, doing a similar thing. Okay, so he's bringing in an income, and we just need this thing not to drop under 20. That's all. Now, here's the good news though. If this thing goes up, and it wouldn't be too big of an outlier. Look at this this like mountain looking thing. This is the distribution. This is the, what do they call that? There's a name for that in statistics, a distribution curve or something. Anyway, we can go out here and see that number up at the top where it says 84%. It means 84% of the occurrences will be on this side of the profit loss graph. But that's fine too, because we have a lot of profit on that side. We want to look at it the other way, we can go to the break-even line and we can see that 48% of the occurrences, or I'm sorry, not 48, we can see that 80% of the occurrences are on the other side. And sure enough, look at the chance of profit, 80%. When you learn how to trade options properly, like Jay's doing it, he's not trading the stock, he's trading the probability. It doesn't have anything, the stock just happens to be there and happens to have IV. It's the backdrop. It's what he's using, but he's not really bullish on DJT or bearish necessarily. I don't think. He's just finding a way to extract money from it. It's all that matters. That's my opinion. We'll ask him that next time we get him on the show, but I bet you that's what he says. So that's a hell of a trade. So we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. This trade has till Friday, so we'll see what happens. Well, what I was going to say about what I was going to make one more point about this. Okay, it is not that much of an outlier given the IV of these options. Okay, these options, this option he sold has an IV of 395, but this option he bought at 45 has an IV of 366. This option he sold has an IV of 334. He's selling some options to offset some of his IV to get some little extra kicker here, but he's still getting his little extra kicker here. And what I like about it, and what made his trade better than mine, my trade had unlimited upside, but his trade made more money because this is not that big of an outlier that DJT goes to 62 tomorrow. In fact, according to the IV and the probability, there's a 23% chance it goes on the other side of that line. See where that says 23? Okay, well, a 23% chance it goes over that. That means there's going to be a 23% chance he makes max profit. So that's really good. On my trade that I did that had unlimited upside, I'm not even going to show you guys because I don't want you to do one like this. On my trade that had unlimited upside, I got less income, and it was like only a 1% chance that I would make more money than him, because it's a long story. Because my trade was such an outlier. Even though it was technically unlimited, it really wasn't going to help me that much, except in 1% of the cases. Jay's idea here is going to help him. Really, it's going to help him in 38% of the cases. You can see right here, 38% of the time, it's going to land on the other side of this baby. So, and that's what he's aiming for. He's double long from 45 to 60. He sold, or 65. He sold 65, but he bought 45, and he owns stock. So he's long through stock. I did this one wrong, I think. That would be a bust if I did this one wrong. Gosh darn it. I bet I did it right because it's the formation he usually likes to trade. God, Gosh darn it. Okay, well, let's just see real quick. I'm so sorry about that. Surely I think I did do it right. I think I did do it right, but we have a way to check. Right. Right here on the call spreads. I put all the trades right here. So here's their position. DJT call put. Yes, I had it right. And I knew I did because he's obsessed with that trade. So it's a $65 call that he's short. I'm just confirming that he's short. That's correct. But then he's long a put at 45. All right. Now that's what we have. But then short puts at 20. Okay, so back to the thing. So yes, this was right. This was switch back to put. Okay. Long a put. So that means actually bearish under 45. It's actually what it is he's double bullish from 45 to 65. That is because he's bullish through owning the stock and he's bullish through this short put. A short put is synthetically owning the stock. So he's double bullish, but then he's bearish at 45, or he's hedged at 45. And then he's bearish again at 65. He sold 65. Okay, well, in any event, it doesn't really matter. He's made that same formation we're used to seeing. He's made a formation where unless DJT drops more than 41% tomorrow, he's fine. And unless it goes up more than 26%, it's basically probably just going to get to keep the credit it brought in. That's what the shelf is just a big broad shelf where you get to keep the credit. This is like an income trade, or like you're selling a strangle, you could look at it like, but with a bonus where if you do get an outlier move up, you can make some extra money. This is the best of both worlds. This is a great trade. I can't emphasize this enough. I don't think this one adopts to small account trading very much. So we aren't going to copy that exact trade, but stick around for the option show after this one, and we'll adopt this trade for a smaller account. That show will be on about 2 o'clock Central. So I got to get this show finished is what that means. Okay, let's get back to the slides. Did I misspell alternative now? I'm not even going to show you my alternative. We'll do that on the option show, though. We may look at my dumb alternative, then we may make a better alternative. See if, and then we'll see how it does compared to Jay's. We'll do it the same size as Jay's and save it in OptionStrat and see how it does, just for fun. Okay. But I suspect some of you guys might be doing some of these trades in real life. We'll try to find one in real life. So it's going to come on at 2 o'clock. It'll be done at 2:15. So you guys will have time if you want to look at it for your own account before the market closes. All right. So hood is a broken wing butterfly. And in option class, we're going to talk about broken wing butterflies. We aren't really in this one, but it's a similar trade to loaded dice. It gives you an income plus a very wide profit area. I showed you all a bearish DJT trade that was a broken wing butterfly that's actually working out really well today. I did that when DJT was like at 50. It was so high. I was like, oh my gosh, this thing is so high. It'd be great to put on a bearish trade up there at 50. So I chose a broken wing butterfly, and it's killing it. Well, anyway, broken wing butterflies have a nice spot in your arsenal. Now Jay's using a bullish broken wing butterfly, so let's go see what Jay's doing on hood. Let's go see what Jay is doing on hood. Okay, ULTY. I may not have saved this one. I don't think I did, but I had it open in another page. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So this is called a broken wing butterfly. And I didn't, that's called a broken wing butterfly. So what Jay wants on this kind of trade, or what any trader that does these want, well, first of all, what it actually is, you're selling usually an at the money option. 25 was probably at the money when he did this option. It doesn't have to be an at the money option. You generally, to do any type of butterfly, you sell an option at the money, just like naked, and you sell 2 of them. But then so you aren't naked, you buy the same type of option that's out of the money. One of them that's out of the money, so that covers you on one of them, but then you're still naked on one of them. Then you do one that's in the money. That's why it's called a butterfly. It has 2 wings. It gives you a wide profit loss area. Now, a broken wing butterfly is where one wing is shorter than the other because it's broken. You have this long wing over here, then you got the short wing right here. This is the broken wing. Now, depending on which wing you break and depending on whether it's calls or puts, you can make the trade have a bullish intention, bullish expression, or bearish expression. Jay broke it's a call butterfly that Jay used. He broke the call wing. This makes it a bullish trade because there's actually less loss, less loss on the bullish side. If he overshoots to the bullish side, there's less loss. And what do you bet Jay's probably going to take this trade? Well, we'll see. We'll see what Jay does. But this is a broken wing butterfly. We'll have some more content on that, and I'll show you guys how to put it in your own account. I did this real quick, and it was early this morning. I'm thinking that I have a price wrong because usually when you do broken wing butterflies, let's see, 70 cents. Yeah, let's do something like, and I bet you I transposed the number or something. I bet you the way Jay did it in real life, and I'll confirm this. Maybe I can email Jay, or I'll look at today's trades and confirm this. I bet you the position is really done where it has no risk on the upside. So then this makes it entirely bullish, and this is the way people do it, and this is the way that I like to do it. But anyway, we'll have some. I'm just going to save it like that because the other one is just bad luck. When you do a broken wing butterfly, your best practices says you put all the risk to one side. So you have to pick, are you bullish or bearish? But all the risk goes to one side. Some people do it different. That's my way of doing it. I throw all the risk to one side. All right, so we're going to save this ULTY trade, and we'll check it out tomorrow, and I'll check those prices. Okay, so we looked at that one. So let's get back here to trying to stay on topic. Let's get back here to the I got two windows open. Let's get back here to this is what I was trying to say. So hood's a broken wing butterfly. Be looking for option class. Okay, Apple's kick-ass. We looked at this yesterday, so let's just check out Apple real quick. It doesn't expire till this week, but it's and they had earnings last week, but Jay still has it on, and it's just killing it. This trade is just killing it. So ULTY, bullish loaded dice, no stock Apple. There it is. It's up about 39,000 right now, but it'll be up. What he's doing is he's just letting time pass. Check this out. Jay always says, if you ever listen to his podcast, The Broken Pie Chart, it's not really his. It's kind of Derek's podcast, his partner. But him and Derek do a lot of projects together. It's kind of a joint project. Jay's the semi-permanent co-host. Listen to that podcast, and he talks about all the time. He doesn't know anything in the market except today comes after, or tomorrow comes after today. This is a tomorrow comes after today trade. Right now, the trade's up, 30 or 40,000, but you could see the profit loss graph as time goes by. And this is not a whole lot of time. That's Tuesday, Wednesday. As time goes by, he essentially earns 220,000. The difference between 40 and 220,000. He earns, 180,000 over the next 3 or 4 days, as long as the freaking thing doesn't drop more than 2.4%. If Kamala wins and she crashes the damn market, I'm just joking. But if the market for Apple goes under 217, this trade, even though it earned an income, will turn into a trading loss. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. The good thing is the market could possibly rally. And it could possibly go the other way and make some extra money for everyone. So Great trade, Jay. That's the bullish. I'm calling that a loaded dice. What that actually is that's called a risk reversal, or this is basically a synthetic risk reversal. When you sell a put to buy a call, when you sell a put, use the proceeds to buy a call. I think at the money. You sell selling at the money put to buying at the money call. That's a risk reversal. So this is just an adoption of using a risk reversal of call spreads. A risk reversal has unlimited risk. So this is a defined risk reversal. We're selling a put spread to buy a call spread. It's a double long, and you can use it plus stock. Jay used the plus stock on Netflix last week, I believe. I'm not 90% sure. He used the plus stock, and plus stock's perfectly. You can have stock and do this same trade. I added the shares of stock, but I didn't put enough to match the options because there's 2,000 option contracts. So that means there is that many shares of stock. What was that? 200,000 shares of stock. But anyway, and and it makes you, it's the same thing. It's the same profit and loss, but you can own the stock at the same time you do it. And you still, and I guess that makes you triple long because you're long through the stock, you're long through the put spread, and you're long through the call spread. So especially between the strikes, or above the top strike, you're triple long above 245. Above 245, you're triple long. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today's ULTY report. I hope you liked it. The Apple trade was kind of typical. Remember, do your own research. Financial planners are pretty sharp guys. Go get you one. They usually don't cost any money because they make their money off fees on the back. Whatever. Go get you a financial planner and check all the stuff you hear on the internet, especially as you get more money, especially when you get into this high 6 and 7 figures. Get a financial planner and just trust me on this. Just don't listen to guys on the internet. But if you like to learn about what's going on ULTY, I'm happy to teach you. All right, guys. I appreciate it. All right, and don't forget, get my affiliate link.